What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Wednesday, April 6th, 2022. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. I appreciate you all so much. I hope that you're off to, continuing a good week. We're at the midpoint of the week, Wednesday. We're going to see a moon in Gemini, sun in Aries. We've got the big Aquarius energy. We got the even bigger out of this world Pisces energy. Of course, we talk about this stuff every day, but let's jump into the horoscope. Sun at 16 degrees. Well, it's finishing there. It's actually going to come to 17 degrees. That's my rising, 16 Aries. So I just got the sun crossing my rising, and I feel like a new man. Kind of, sort of, but I'm happy to have the sun and Mercury both out of my 12th. I'll say that. Also, the sun kind of switching degrees midday like this. It feels very two-party. It feels like there's a different morning to the way we finish our days. I learned that from Christopher Witecki, so shout out to him. But it definitely does feel that way right now. I think we're all kind of feeling like, oh gosh, there's two parts to each day. And, trying to find the identification of both would be important in Aries season. But with a moon in Gemini, oh yeah, there's even more two parts. There's two sides to every story. There's definitely a lot of stimulation. But trying to understand our emotions with the moon in Gemini, trying to communicate our feelings is important. The moon's also going to make that sextile to the sun and Mercury today. So much of this identifying force comes through how we express ourselves. And it's important to express yourself in your, I feel like it comes back to this Pluto at 28 Capricorn finishing up here. The highest integrity of the identification and the self that you are, the I am presence that you are. So we got to be truthful and honest with ourselves and others and, have good debates in life. That'll actually help bring an identification to anything in life that needs to have that. So ask questions, talk. It'll be a good day for talking. Also, for getting things done. There is this hyper-focused element of Mars and Saturn in Aquarius, but it's also frustrating. It can feel like we're all having to make big decisions. We're all having to take a big step forward in our life now. It's like we got the orders from the general, Saturn, and it's like, let's go do the things now. Sometimes they're not fun things. It's always something grown up with Saturn. It's always a mature element that you want to lead forward with right now. So it's like taking the big things, communicating them, expressing them, being honest with your feelings. The moon's going to make really nice trines over to that. The two bad boys, as I like to call them, Mars and Saturn in Aquarius. So it's very intellectual. It's very stimulated today. And I think we can find a lot of hyper-focus on the exciting things in life and pinpoint them a little bit. And then the sun comes to that 17th degree, and then that's the Saturn degree too. So there's a lot of work that probably has to get done in some area of our life that we most want to identify with. And it's probably making that big grown-up call in our lives to step forward into that with power, with authority, and to be that judge and jury. Saturn is exalted in Libra for a reason because Saturn is the judge of Libra. So there's something about stepping up, being that judge for ourselves, expressing ourselves 100%, identifying with the things we want. If we don't have answers, how do we get an identification of that? We speak up for it, and today's great for that. However, we got the moon square Jupiter and Neptune, which are so close to a degree apart at this point. That conjunction is very tight, and it is in exact semi-sextile to Mars and Saturn, which is kind of ironic that they're in that blind spot of each other, that 30-degree aspect. I think that there's this circus element to life, especially with the moon in Gemini. We can feel like everything's a little scattered or all over the place, lots of changes, lots of excitement, lots of things that we're trying to juggle. And with the energy with Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces, there is so much spiritual enlightenment we could be finding. There's so many, it's almost like universal tests. and it's very sensitive. And even when you get the moon square Neptune, it's very sensitive. But there's something about taking that sensitive feeling and channeling it into something that you do understand, or that you do want to identify with, or that you can like communicate. So I think we're trying to figure out ways to express maybe our deepest vulnerabilities in life, to express compassion, the abundance of love that we could be having, or if people are not having enough feeling of abundance in their life, it's almost like lending that compassion, that abundance to other people. And that's where it's kind of, it's hard with a square because it's not comfortable. We're trying to understand so many things that maybe our logical brain can't understand in our personal lives, but maybe our spiritual or creative side or our intuitive mind can actually figure these things out. But it's like taking a second to feel those things and take them in and make some kind of sense of them and bring a word to an emotion or a feeling, when emotions can be extremely sensitive and extremely high today as we're marching forward with these things we want to dedicate to and this strong identification. So it's very much, it's a big day of communication, and things need to be talked about in life, but it's like you don't want to project that you know everything. You don't want to be some guru, and have it be like, well, this is the only way the universe works. Like, okay, yeah, nobody knows exactly how the universe works. Like, I hate to break it to you, but that's above our pay grade here. So it's like taking the little things and not making, or even not making big things out of little things, I would say today, but staying focused and dedicated for the things in life that you do want to march forward with, that actually do make sense, that are connected in your life, and the people and the groups that take part in that with you. Venus, of course, locked and loaded in exaltation with the two dignified planets, Jupiter and Neptune. It's a high magic time. There is so much spiritual abundance, magic in this world that can be created. It's beyond our logical thinking. And maybe that's where this square is very hard with the moon, is because we want these sort of factual understandings of what we can have in our personal life, or of what we can make true, or what we find comfortable. And it's almost like there's this big surrender aspect with Pisces. And it's like letting your soul show you what's possible, and then taking those marching orders and connecting fully to that frequency that you want to be at. And gosh, there's so much beauty. Like Venus in Pisces can show you Alice in Wonderland. It can be Disneyland. Like, I don't know. It's whatever fantasy you could ever make up in your life or in your reality. You can start to make that fantasy a reality, but it's not like a forced reality. It's like a flow reality. It's really taking in the creative beauty that is all around you in this reality. And then some things don't need to be just understood or have the perfect word, to describe it, but it's still trying our best to express the things in life that would create magic, that would bring harmony, that would bring unity into our life, by being open and vulnerable with how we're feeling, especially with people close to us, and juggling the right things in life. And that's going to be different for each and every one of us, but where are we juggling aspects of life that we just want to drop the ball because it's not fun, or it's not exciting, and it's not bringing happiness, magic, or, all the good things in life? And where can we start juggling more of the things that we really want to be connected to and create and manifest? And I think that's where today is really special. So I'll just remind you guys one more time, all planets are direct. Don't mind the sun and the moon. They don't count here. All planets direct, all planets fast. It's just a lot of abundance, Jupiter +7, a lot of better stay on your mission, better stay dedicated to what is going to create abundance in your life, especially the stuff that you really want, and an exalted sun in Aries, an exalted Venus in Pisces. Mars is even +3 with Saturn. Literally Mercury just by placement, because it's starting to square Pluto. So that's not even a bad Mercury. It's like, that's how powerful the astrology is right now. I don't know what to tell you all. We can want to have so much figured out, but the power is just right there at your grasp to start making changes in your environment and expressing. And right, if we want to talk about manifestation with a North Node in Taurus, how do you manifest? You use your throat chakra. So we have to have these conversations in life. Maybe they're just with ourselves, but those words that we cast out are going to make a huge difference. So maybe this is where we stop connecting to frequencies of self-doubt and we start dedicating to self-empowerment at a higher frequency with Mars and Saturn. There's a lot of different ways this can go, but how are you going to create your fairy tale story in this reality, in a reality where they'll try and trick you into thinking there is no abundance and there is no fairy tale? I think there is. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. Let's see what we get for a card for today. Another reversal, but this one's the Five of Wands in reverse. I think we're looking for a little bit of competition in our lives. Like, we do need to kind of step it up. And maybe it's not about competing with another person, or maybe it's not about competing with anybody, but maybe it's just stepping up and figuring out where things are conflicted in our lives that aren't even fun. It's like, I feel like this is like looking for some kind of excitement and creative energy, and it's like not there, but at the same time it's everywhere. And it's like, I don't know. I don't know. Why do we get that? Two of Pentacles in reverse, because I just pull reversals these days. That's all I pull. I think this is really like, stop juggling shit you don't want to juggle. Drop the shit in life that isn't even fun, isn't even exciting. It doesn't bring any of the things that you're looking for in this story that you're trying to write for yourself, and in this plan that I think that you probably already divinely chose from another place, because you're watching this and you're like looking for something, inspirational in that aspect of this universe and astrology and what else is playing a part in this reality. It's like, stop giving your energy and focusing your life force and the manifestation abilities in life on stuff that you don't want to juggle, because that's just like keeping you in conflicted situations, instead of giving you the competitive edge to get out of those and to really focus on the things in life that you want to. I have two hands and I'm going to do these things because I like to. The Hangman. It's always different perspectives to me with that card. There's so many different ways we can look at life right now. And I think of any time to be alive, that's where we're at. Is like, there's so many different perspectives. There's always different perspectives, but you can just see when you talk with people or when you connect with people, whether it's in person or on the internet, like where people are focusing their perspective and focusing their intent right now and what they're giving their intent to. And it's like, that's where shifting perspective to get out of situations that you don't want to mess with. They're not exciting. They're not giving you some sense of physical satisfaction, and they're not giving you a burst of energy that you really want to. Like, I think there's just tilt your head a little bit and look at it another way, and you'll probably figure it out. I hope so. I appreciate you all very much. Also, thank you for all the very nice comments on my hair. I appreciate that. I'll be open and vulnerable with all this Pisces energy. My hair is a sore subject for me because I'm losing it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I appreciate all the nice things that you said. And that helped give me some confidence, to wear my hair back more and, like, get a, groovy haircut. So thank you. I appreciate you all very much. I hope that you found this horoscope helpful. And I will see you for Thursday's horoscope tomorrow. Much love. Peace.